Max, I want to start with you. You okay with the way that he handled everything, Westbrook?
Westbrook handled it almost perfectly. I suppose you could say if he hadn't put his hands on it. But to tell you the truth, if a fan is impeding forward progress, which is what happened, it's not just that the fan came on the court, started barking at him or something. He got in Westbrook's way. Westbrook's head's turned, and then he walks forward, and there's a fan standing right there where he's not supposed to be, yelling in his face. Look at this. So Westbrook's immediate reaction is, just almost defensive, like, get out of my way. There's nothing wrong with that. And then the fact, even the way the comments Westbrook made afterward were responsible, and then it's fair for him to say, I don't want to keep talking about it. All that stuff is perfect. And Stephen A., the thing that really bothers me about this, and we talked about it earlier, the NBA is a very fan-friendly league. And they let fans, rich fans obviously, in this case, buy tickets that get them extremely close to the action, even sometimes out on the floor. And that requires cooperation, not just among the players in the league and security and all that, but also among the fans. You're entering into a kind of a social contract where the implication is you're going to behave properly. It's okay to get riled up, even taunt the players, whatever, within reason. You can't, no ethnic slurs and stuff like that, racial slurs, talking about their, family members and stuff. But you can have a good time, and he can even get heated. But you got to stay in your lane and literally stay in your place. And that fan jeopardizes not only that moment with Westbrook, but he jeopardizes the fan experience. Fans like that jeopardize the experience for all fans, and that's a shame.
Well, we're asking the question as to whether or not Russell Westbrook's action was okay. I actually think that's the wrong question. I think we should ask whether or not he deserves a round of applause for restraint. Because that's what it is. You just lost a nail-biter to the Denver Nuggets. Harris drills a three to end the game with you lunging at him. You missed blocking the shot. You lose the game, but still you're walking off the court. You don't notice the man in front of you, and he's on the court impeding your path to the locker room, and you shove him a little bit to, get out of your face because he clearly was intended to get in Russell Westbrook's face, and that's what he did. Obviously, you find out the fan's name. You make sure you ban him for a little while from NBA games. You send a message in that regard, but I don't like when we hear news reports about how there's an investigation because it gives the impression that the NBA is looking into Russell Westbrook. I'm not saying that's what's literally happening at this particular moment in time because anybody with two eyes can see that Russell Westbrook wasn't at fault in any way here. But when you throw the reports out there and give the impression that there's some kind of investigation that's taking place, what you're going to do is have people leaning towards no matter what the fan does, as a player, you have to exercise the appropriate level of restraint, which gets us looking to whether or not Russell Westbrook actually did that. And I think that's unfortunate in this situation because I don't think it's a situation that he should have ever been in. Like you pointed out earlier, Max, security should have been there, should have beat him to the punch. Snoop Dogg said security should have beat him to the punch, but since they didn't, you know what? Russell Westbrook ended up doing that for himself. And you got a lot of these fans that are emboldened because they're in an insulated environment, knowing that they're not going to get dropped like they deserve because the athlete has to exercise the appropriate level of restraint, which is what emboldens them to act the way that they act as fans, and that's very unfortunate.
And this is not exactly to the point, but it should also be said. You know why, though? Some of these fans feel very entitled because of the astronomical prices that you have to pay to get that close to the action. But do you know why people willingly pay those prices if they have the money? It's because of guys like Russell Westbrook, who are doing such amazing things to watch that you pay a lot for the privilege to be close when they're doing it. That does not give you the right to get in their way, to scream in their face, to otherwise be in their physical space or make them feel threatened. It doesn't. I know it's a lot of money. It doesn't give you the right to do that.